Step on. Likee.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. If you've come from recently watching my stream of Boruto 53, you'll be livid. Excuse me, no, you'll be happy. No, you'll be surprised. You'll be all over the place. A lot of things have happened. First off, Ishiki's now dead, killed by Kawaki, outsmarted. And yes, it and once and if you heard me in my stream, Vic did the the mixture of power scaling and strategy really well. Ishiki was a little tougher. Sasuke was able to use a small purple that was able to blind his Byakugan. My question is, how did Sasuke get a smoke particle that can block it in a Suzuki powered running gun? But a lot of factors went into how he was able to. One, yes, his Byakugan was pure, but Ishiki was hit by Naruto a couple times by a bar mode in chapter 52. As I've said, the hits Naruto made were very important. And at that point in time, Naruto was much stronger. But then once Ishii grabbed him by the neck, Naruto's power being diminished faster. But we have seen already Ishii demolishing Naruto just a bit more. And even after he teleported, take a breath again, because this is a big one, a big flex for our boy Ishii Tsutsuki. And yes, this is upload a bit late. Mainly for the fact that Sunday is a day that I mainly upload my games, so you can mainly see my games today. You can see a lot of streaming today. So just be prepared. A lot of things that go into this. Smart for Boruto to go to Sasuke's eye. Now they can't get out, and even but Sasuke still has low chakra, so a lot of things like good that I can go into. Sasuke can unlock and a second eye that is equally as strong as his previous one that Boruto destroyed. But around this time, Sasuke is injured. Kaki is not keeping up with the speed of Boruto because he just killed he just killed he just killed um Ishiki. By the way, guys, why is Naruto so livid to kill Ishiki, but is not so livid to kill Sasuke, who was planning on killing him? Yes, it's his friend, but seriously, what if your friend like imagine if the swap between, like I've said this so many times, I need to stop because I think everyone gets it by now. I literally made a whole video on that. I need to be quiet. But anyway, uh, okay, right. Um, so in chapter 54, I expect someone to die. Definitely not Borshiki. How is Kawaki gonna get his karma? From the looks of it, I do not know. Like, I forgot exactly. Oh, excuse me, I forgot. Boruto's karma is blue and Kawaki's is red. From the looks of it, Kawaki has a different karma, which means there's another Tsutsuki around, which was Urashiki's partner. So Kawaki gets another karma from him. From the looks of it, Ishiki is dead and gone. From the and I've seen multiple reviews on the character Ishiki. Other than that, him a badass character, beautiful person, overpowered as stuff, practically the strongest character we know. He's the strongest in the border heart. He's much stronger than Naruto and Sasuke by far. We see it in multiple chapters. Like for example, they fought and almost killed Naruto and nearly killed Sasuke by this much. Uh, was able and is much stronger, is very much so stronger than Momoshiki, as stated by Momoshiki in the way he said it at the end of the chapter. He said, "I didn't think you would be able to kill Ishiki, but now he's gone. Now it's just you, nuisance." Smart. So here's the thing about Sasuke is Rinnegan. The only people that can technically have enough chakra or reaction time to counter it even though it's literally time and space frozen, so you cannot really react to time and space frozen unless you are a reality warp or time space person yourself, which I don't think Momoshiki is capable of doing. But I would say Ishiki. We don't know his full extent of his power, mainly for the fact that we didn't get to see the full extent of his power because yes, Naruto pushed him in the end, but Ishiki barely did anything. He barely showed any other new abilities. I didn't see the part where he was on Jigen, but I didn't see the full time because around that time I was still voting for Naruto a lot. Now I'm just pessimistic against him and very much on Boruto's side in a way. Many of how Boruto thinks, like I know Boruto's gonna be a lot more honest, a lot more positive type negative. That they be balanced, and also won't be afraid to kill anyone that gets in the way, and even his friends when the moment comes. But moving on, how was Boruto as a vessel handling this situation? From the looks of it, he's stressed beyond, or he's horrified beyond belief that he would actually do that. Oh, I think this will drive him to hate Momoshiki, which means the relationship will be a bit more heartfelt. But I hope it's something different than Kuruma and Naruto, like a pet type, master type situation. It's more of a two people trying to understand each other from two worlds. Maybe Momoshiki has told Boruto of another Otsutsuki, but so far, but uh, but so far, he hasn't really. We don't know any other conversations to the fact that Momoshiki kept on saying not yet, which means the time skip arc, which is coming. I forgot like when. Like, if I'm honest, it's confirmed by TV. So it was alerted off by another YouTube. I need to go research about it. Even though if you've seen only at least 4 mangas have been able to unlock, but I need to do my part, so no excuses on me. But anyway, what I think of the artwork, I loved it. 10 out of 10. If you've seen my stream, you understand how I felt. I thought about it. I love everything. I love the smush. I love the snarky lines between Ishiki and Kuroki. May, like Ishiki was talking all this shit, just going. Oh, I think I realized something. The clone that Kawaki put out was actually put out was I would argue that he switched mainly for the fact that I don't think his clone has enough chakra to. Because something I did notice was that if that was a clone, and if that clone was able to emit enough chakra to shoot out an elite type fire style fireball jutsu, that means this means that the karma should have transferred over to Kawaki. Yes, it was a clone, but if enough chakra to make a fireball jutsu, then that should be enough to transfer over to the main one. But since like my theory is that Ishiki um that that he switched from to him to his clone, so his clone would take the karma. Because it'd be weird on how a clone is able to emit that much chakra to the point that it doesn't give itself away of being cloned, or because Ishiki had enough chakra to probably just teleport. But if he saw the real one, then but then Byakugan that was low on chakra. But one weird thing is that I have a feeling he will have enough chakra to take on an entire force with that. So taking on Kawaki, who is very elite, by the way, he should be able to. So the confusion here is that A, Naruto, Sasuke, and Kawaki are fucked. They have no way of contending. Kawaki cannot outsmart someone who has literally watched them outsmart Ishiki, who is low in power. Like if he was full power, they're not stopping someone who just snap his fingers and it's all over. Even though that's more way of an expression, we don't have any proof that he could take them all in a snap. But it was implied that Ishiki was the Thanos of Boruto. Even though Mother was kind of implied to be a Thanos in a way. But there are a lot of ways that this would go. One, we do not know who. Like one thing I didn't notice, if you've seen um, the episode 1 multiple times, or even my video, Kawaki has a red karma. if I'm not mistaken, the karma that Ishiki gave him was red, I believe. This is what I need to go check out. I need to go check it out. So tell me in the comments below, did Ishiki gave him a red karma when they first met, or was it just a black karma? Because from the looks of it, Ishiki could have a sibling, or Ishiki probably could have called himself. We don't know how we don't know how the Otsutsuki roll in the way, even though we do know that they would kill each other for power and also for the sake of a tree, and also for and also just going two by two. But a lot of people who would say, only a few who didn't read the manga, which I didn't read that portion, but I am aware of that. Was that how Kaga was able to catch him off guard and to rip his outsides out? Well, to rip him off. But we're gonna talk a bit about Ishiki. So he's a badass character, yes. He's overpowered for practically the strongest we do know of, because we can say the Otsutsuki King is practically will always be the strongest, and Boruto has one eye of the Otsutsuki King. Note, that's a theory. We don't know for a fact. In fact, that hasn't really been touched upon. Is the fact that we have to use headcanon to unravel that his uh his way of life, or his saying, or his purpose, or his deepness or lesson is that he views lesser species as they are lesser species, and he also sees it as reality too, his own reality, because he was born up on top, so he rarely ever struggled. Especially if you're seeing today's episode, you will, well, yesterday's episode, because the time this is going out is, well, Monday. So today I'm going out on Sunday, and it's going out on Monday, because Sunday here is mainly the gaming day, which I'll post out gaming on my Twitch, and also on uh, other games on my channel, and also anything made. But anyway, to make that short, it's a lot of questions. Who's gonna die, or is anything gonna happen that is gonna push someone to death? Because already, um, Ishiki, no, Ishiki's dead. Who is there gonna be any other Otsutsuki going to give Kake the karma? I wouldn't think Boruto is. I wouldn't think Momoshiki is gonna give his karma to to Kake, because he already has a vessel with a very overpowered dojutsu. So so it could be Urashiki's partner. It could, even though I think he kind of said he killed his partner. Um, it could be that Ishiki comes back through a car mechanism, but the question is, we do not know how. Amado is probably revives him in a way, but the thing is, uh, Ishiki is dead in another in another universe that he's broken up to pieces. In a time zone he did not know, because if they were fighting in the Hidden Leaf, Naruto's fucked, Sasuke's fucked, Boruto has to come out and be like, oh, let's go time. But anyway, to make matters just a bit worse, Sasuke has lost his Rinnegan. He could potentially unlock another, as I said before. Um, so far, you can say Ishiki's character is trash, mainly for the fact that, okay, he views humans as the species. He was gonna give the Kara everything they ever wanted, because he had the power to do so. Okay, that's understandable. Ishiki's a badass, but kind of like how it'd be how and Uroshiki. Yes, they fixed the power scaling. Uroshiki fucked it up. He had so much potential, but there was still something more about him. But Deepa fixed the power scaling. Ishiki fixed the power scaling, but there isn't that much deep about them that makes them failures as characters. Yes, Ishiki will always be the strongest, but when it comes to why he does what he does, his why he, because yes, he has a very strong willpower, but we don't know what he's going to do. Yes, to sacrifice Borishiki, yes, to maybe bring down an Otsutsuki invasion, which will most likely happen because once the Otsutsuki realize that they're strongest, or we don't know who is over Ishiki, because whoever is over Ishiki is killing Naruto and Sasuke faster than anyone can say arigato, and also the world's fucked. Like, if there's anyone else stronger than Ishiki, the world's fucked. The world not the leaf is fucked. All the looters are fucked. Borshiki is like, yeah, we're fucked. If there's anyone else stronger than Ishiki, which I wouldn't be surprised if they're princes, or even servants or guards, who are very much over planetary level to the point that they're galaxy level, which we do not know. Like, so far we have only come across characters in Naruto or Boruto who are planetary, very much so, like Kinshiki Tornetti in Naruto the last Naruto, Sasuke. Even though we don't know if Sasuke has the chakra to destroy a planet, we do know he is very much mountain level with his Sasuno, but with him competing with Naruto, he's very much so planetary. Because Naruto also competed with someone who is planetary and beat him, even though his chakra was being absorbed, and Naruto was fighting him at full power. So yeah, very much so planetary level. Even though it could be argued mainly for the fact that Naruto had half of his chakra when he fought against Sasuke. But that's just a saying of, okay, Naruto and Sasuke are planetary level. Ishiki has to be over planetary level and probably galaxy level. But that's just an assumption, we don't know. But since he was able to mono both of them and still after getting punched by Barmo still was able to punch it out of Naruto, only shows how incredible Ishiki. And if you've seen Naruto explains video of Ishiki's true power, the crazy thing is we didn't even see Ishiki's true power. Note, Ishiki could come back, could somehow. There's an Atsuki ritual that needs to be done. So there are a lot of questions of how is Clark get his karma in the future? Why does he betray the leaf in the future? Is it because he treated unfairly? Is it because there's so much shit that happens? Is it because he realizes why he's in the car, or even more, or realizes more? Why does Boruto go rogue when bullshit, of course? Like, what is gonna happen to Naruto? Like, who is gonna die? It needs to be Sasuke. It has to be Sasuke. Because if Naruto gets killed off, then I mean Sasuke could use the really rebirth if he unlocks his another. But once again, there are like ifs, questions here. Power killing answered, but listen more questions. It's when your boy said Sam.